I swear I had something for this. K-High, the lead station. The following program is intended for mature audiences. Yeah, right. It's only the most durable, longest lasting, abundant, and common natural soft fiber on the planet. And up until now, nobody's been talking about it. It's everything you ever wanted to know about him, and then some. Let's talk hemp with Mike and JR from HempSpeak.
Yeah, that's us, Mike and JR. HempSpeak is the show on K-High, Colorado Springs. We are worldwide. Check us out anytime, anywhere, any place at letstalkpot.com. YouTube channel as well, hempspeak.com, our website. You can link to the show from there. You can watch us as well as listen to us as we kick off not only another week, but another month. In our second month, we made it through the month of May, Mike.
With all this rain, I'm just amazed that we did make it through. Like we said, it was starting to get biblical there for a second. And we're not a biblical show at all. You know, we're more into just talking about this crazy stuff called hemp. But before we get started, now, the other day we got set up here, and I wanted to explain to the viewers at home and those across the radio dial, JR will be defending the North Goal again today, and I will be on the South Goal, at least, and then we switch at halftime, right? So, all right, let's do a coin toss. We didn't get that far last time. Hang on, I got a coin somewhere. All right, you got to call it.
I always call heads.
All right, it flipped up. What do you got?
Oh, it's tails.
Okay, so I'm going to defend the South Goal just as we said. See, we did that already before the coin toss. So, all right, that's pretty silly. This is a hemp show. I just have fun with that, actually.
Yeah. You have a good weekend?
Dude, I can't complain other than, the rain was just silly. It's silly out there.
It's getting a little better, though.
Yeah, we saw that orb in the sky that says, I don't know what it is. I had to Google it.
And at least two good things are going to come out of all this rain.
What's that?
The golf courses are going to be in way better shape for the rest of the summer, and all the hemp farmers should be happy, too. The hemp farmers growing in Colorado, that is.
Well, I just did a golf shop. I can't say it online because this is too hard of a deal, but they have a nice little driver over there, brand new, $79.99.
Oh my goodness!
For a little Cleveland, brand new. The shaft's worth $200 by itself. But we talk hemp, and then one of these days, all these gloves will be made out of hemp. And we're trying to get there. Okay, we got an exciting show, maybe. I don't know. You never know. But generally speaking, all of our shows have been, I would say, exceptional. And why we haven't won the Grammys yet, I don't know. Right?
If you missed any of them, we're trying to get as many as we can archived at the website, hempspeak.com. So you can go back, just click on the link there and bring them back up, listen to them again. And hopefully we'll get them all up there.
Well, we've got a good show today. We've got Travis Todd. He's going to call in. He's out at the farm somewhere. He's going to be checking in with us. And they're doing some serious planting, too. Yeah. These guys are out there just planting like crazy. Friday, we had Dr. Alejandro on, and like 100,000 clones going in the ground in Pueblo, Colorado. That's just amazing.
Yeah, there's a couple of the hemp farmers that we were talking about that are appreciating Mother Nature providing us with all this rain. Although if you're growing hemp, water and good ground, that's pretty much all you need. And it doesn't have to be the abundant water. You can still get by.
A little bit of sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yeah, it's a couple things, but like you say, it seems like things are favorable. Now, if it keeps raining too much, maybe all this stuff just ends up in the Arkansas River and stuff, and it just ends up, I don't know, downstream somewhere.
Well, we don't need too much.
No, we don't need too much, but it's kind of cool that we've got what we've got going on here. These guys the other day were just talking about millions of plants. So let's see who's on the line here.
Hey, Mike, this is Travis and Leo.
Hey, you're on HempSpeak.
Travis and Leo, we've got some really stalwart people here in the world of hemp. Where are you guys at today, Travis?
Well, we're hanging out in Boulder, Colorado today. Just got finished with a meeting with one of our investors and seed suppliers. Just kind of hanging out here today.
Well, I sell those farms, so if that investor wants to buy a new farm, you don't hesitate to reach out to your friends at the Hemp Whisperers, darn it, because we can help sort that out for you guys. But that was kind of an indirect pitch, and I didn't mean to do that, actually.
It was more than indirect.
Was it?
We got your back. You guys have had our back, for a couple of weeks. We got your back as well. All love.
Well, it is all love. It's great to have you back on for our listeners. Travis was on the first week we were ever a show, and it was a great show. Now, introduce Leo to everybody, if you would.
Sure, no problem. This is Leo Music, and I've known him for about 10 or 12 years. And he's basically, a right-hand man, but position in executive at HempSpeak. So he's our chief creative officer, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Very good. Hello, Leo.
Hi,
Hey
Leo.
there. How are you doing?
Welcome to HempSpeak. You got Mike and JR. We are the Hemp Whisperers, and it's very nice of you to join us on this afternoon.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for having me.
Well, what's going on? Talk to us about Hemp Farm Co., if you would. What you do.
Yeah. I mean, like Travis mentioned, we just finished up this meeting. Went really good. I guess the next few steps is just to watch the weeds grow. Put the water in the ground. So my job is to, as a chief creative officer, just to make up new products, websites, logos, that sort of thing, stickers, anything hemp.
Mike and I were talking just before you guys got online with us about the weather and about all the rain we've been having. Are you guys okay with the rain? Too much or just enough, or right on the edge?
Actually, this next week, checking out the weather down in Alamosa, it's looking pretty good, mid to the high 70s. So last couple weeks we did get a little bit of rain. I think we're not going to have to use our irrigation system as much this year. With Colorado being out of the drought.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing, though, right?
It is, yeah. It saves a lot of, saves some of the finances. It helps us just grow.
Well, it's incredible what's going on. Now, as far as the products that you guys do, what type of products are you talking about, Leo?
Well, we did a little bit of work with the Canna blankets, basically rolling papers that are made 100% out of hemp. So you don't have to use the tobacco paper, which is cancerous and has some nasty chemicals in there. So just trying to keep it all natural and organic.
Well, those are good too. There's no doubt about that. That's an intuitive thing that just makes sense, right?
Right, it does. The other thing would be the CBD oil, used for medical use. I don't know if you saw that Charlotte little girl who had the seizures on CNN.
Mm-hmm.
Report about the CBD oil and how she was having hundreds of seizures, and after she started taking it, went down to just a few seizures a month.
No, Charlotte Figge is an amazing story, and it's just proof of CBDs. It's just truly an amazing story. That family had spent over $1 million just in pharmaceuticals and stuff. And to the best of my knowledge, and if I'm wrong, please call me. Anybody can always correct me or my friend JR. Now, JR is very seldom wrong, but occasionally I stray onto the side of I could be wrong. And that's, of course, that's the only time I am wrong is when I think I'm wrong. That's silly stuff right there. But no, info@hempspeak.com. We'll get your question or anything to either our guest while we're speaking to him or anything. But my gosh, what you guys are doing with CBDs, it's just incredible. And we're just really at the tip of the iceberg, aren't we?
Absolutely. And, just being from clearing this whole hemp industry is another big thing, making history just one day at a time. It's great. It's very beneficial to not only the land with all the nutrients that the hemp puts back into it after harvest, but it's also beneficial to the air with just the amount of oxygen it produces, and it's beneficial to the people around who take it in, who eat it or who rub it on their skins with lotions or any other form of juice.
So what's been the ride? How's the ride been for you guys there at Hemp Farm Co.? Has it been pretty smooth, a little bumpy? Have you run into a lot of hassles or better than you thought?
Well, just like with any business, you'll have a few problems here and there. But all those wrinkles, they'll just get ironed out, and you just got to keep going. You got to keep moving, get that ball rolling, and once the momentum's built up, things will just happen as they should.
Well, now you've got farms now, and most of that is your lab in Boulder. Is that the deal, or do you have farms in Boulder as well?
Well, we got everything in Alamosa right now, as far as the lab and farm and all that good stuff. And basically, the office is in Boulder, Colorado.
Well, where are you guys from? Well, you're not from that San Luis Valley, are you?
No, we're not from St. Louis. I originally grew up in Aurora, Colorado. I went to school out there, graduated, went to CU, Boulder.
Go Buffs!
And then I went on to California to be in the music business.
Wow.
And I myself, actually, I was born in Russia. I moved to America when I was nearly 2 years old. Grew up in Ohio in the country. I'm kind of used to that whole feel of things, living in the country with some chickens and some garden and stuff. After that, we moved here in 2000, and just I've been traveling different states. Lived in Utah for a little while, Texas a little bit. And every time it just seems like I'm always drawn back to Colorado, whether it's just the people or the environment. And I don't think I'm actually moving anywhere else. I think I'll stay here.
No, we got both you guys still on with us because you guys sound almost alike.
Yeah, it's actually both of us. Yeah, we're still both here.
So who we got right now?
This is Leo.
Okay, Leo. So Leo, what drew you? What brought you to this industry?
Well, I would say just working with different jobs. Growing up a little bit, I grew up in the construction industry, building custom homes. And when I stopped doing that, I went to other stuff and tried a whole lot of things. And it just, with this hemp industry coming out to Colorado, I figure it'd be a great way to utilize all the skills I've gathered throughout the years and be able to get into this chief executive position with those skills. And I'm just looking to a little bit. I was twist my arm just a little bit. I won't say much. However, just with my own research and just my own opinions and seeing how the industry has been growing and how much attention it's been getting around the nation and around the world. And then I decided, I think this is a good move forward, because then, you can build houses with hemp. You can build cars with hemp. You can do a lot of stuff with hemp. And I think that's just a great way to, really tweak my skills and I would say perfect them.
Well, do you guys find that a lot of the younger people are really catching on, it seems to me? I'm a 60-year-old, so it's really not, a lot of people my generation are still completely brainwashed. But it seems like the younger crowd, obviously there's quite a few of those still brainwashed too, but it seems like there's more and more that are just catching on to the whole hemp idea.
And they are. The government, they were so keen to manipulating the public with all the subliminal messages and all the movies and just the propaganda, and it's caused a generation to kind of think for themselves a little bit, or maybe not take every word for word, not believe everything they hear. And so I guess that might have to do with their interest in this, in the hemp, doing their own type of research and finding out for themselves what it's really all about. I think that's, and the truth about hemp, you can't deny that it is a great product. It is really, it's very beneficial in several aspects of it.
Well, certainly
I think that's why the younger generation, the younger crowd, I think that's why they're jumping on board.
Well, CBDs is just a terrific proof. It's just one example of something that, it doesn't have marijuana in it, it's just hemp.
Yeah.
And Now, I think some THC is beneficial as well. JR, what you got? You got a question?
Well, I was going to say, well, first off, we're talking to Travis and Leo. They're with Hemp Farm Co. What are you guys, what's your plan there for Hemp Farm Co? You're just going to be growers? You're just going to farm this stuff? Or are you looking to do something beyond that down the road?
Actually, we are looking, we have big plans. We got a lot of big plans in the future, expansion. Just little by little, we'll be buying up properties and buying up land. So all those farmers out there who are the alfalfa growers right now, it's not cutting it. The water is sucking up a lot of, they're sucking up a lot of water out of the aquifer, and with hemp not needing as much water, there's a lot of opportunity to get that land. Aside from that, there's different products, and we're teaming up with several people to make that happen.
Where are you doing most of the growing right now?
Well, most of the growing right now is done in Alamosa, Colorado, and it's on the north side. We're kind of bunkered in between potato farms out there, and then we got some alfalfa farms out there, and I think there's a couple of radish farms out there.
Yeah.
But right now, I mean, the land is so great, and the soil is really great to grow, and it's a sandy loam soil, and so this soil is fairly loose, so it allows the hemp roots to kind of spread their wings a little bit and get really down in the ground. They're about 3 or 4 feet, so they can produce these really strong, plants. And but yeah, for the most part, I mean, so the land right now out there is really decent as far as the acreage. Canada, we were working with, my former COO was in Canada, and I had been working with him for about 8 months out there. And, they were really coming down on those guys out there as far as the grow and, maintaining a suitable system, that's a healthy system. So the government out there has been, really cracking down on those guys. So they're looking to expand, and the only place they can really come is Colorado. And I mean, the land is great, fairly inexpensive. I mean, they're paying, $40,000 an acre out there.
So out of all the places in Colorado, and I'm sure you guys did a lot of research into this, did you find the San Luis Valley down around Alamosa as being the best, most conducive to what you want to do?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think just the variables that are involved. I mean, potato farmers, alfalfa farmers, you're not going to run into a lot of problems with cross-pollinating, from hemp into corn and that sort of thing. And so I think it's a very good area to set up shop. More so in than northern side. I mean, you got Fort Collins, Greeley, and all that. And yeah, you do have some farms out there, but they do have a lot of corn growing out there and other products. That cross pollination is really good for farmers.
Well, it's quite interesting. Now, give us a quick website address, thank you, if you would, and then we're going to hold you guys over the next segment, if you would. So we're just getting started, pretty much. So throw out some ways to communicate with you fellas.
Sure, no problem. You can reach us always at hempfarmco@gmail.com.
60.
That's HEMPSARMCO@gmail.com. You can reach me personally at 720-469-5797. You can go to the website at hempfarmco.co and check out our, you can check out our site, check out our products that we offer, a little bit of information about Hemp Farm Co, where we start from.
All right.
30.
All right, Travis and Leo, Hemp Farm Co, our guests today here on HempSpeak.
Pretty exciting show we got going here, JR. It's 4:20. We got to give a forecast.
Forecast, looking outside. It's a little dark, it's a little hazy, and it's always cloudy here at K-High and Let'sTalkPot.com.
HempSpeak.com. Always cloudy. Always cloudy.
long-held tradition.
All right, Kevin, sounds good. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Sounded good, guys. We got a couple minutes and we'll be back with you.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
If you go to hempspeak.com, you're near a computer or farm there. But you can go to hempspeak.com, and if you click on, well, no, I don't have that up yet. Darn it all.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live. So go to k space high.com, or no, just on the YouTube channel.
To K-High Radio.
No, and I'll have you guys linked up. I just didn't have today's date on, so I'll link you up, so I'll automatically go to this show.
Cannabis hemp is legal.
And we might have had a little bit of audio problem on the video feed just early, but I think we solved that now. I'm getting good feedback. So,
All right.
all right, guys, it's a lot of fun. What do you want to talk about next?
1767.
Well, I'd like to talk about the ability to plant and fill and that sort of thing, kind of the strategy for planting. I mean, there's still a little bit of time for people to get out there and plant. So I kind of want to go over some numbers and stuff like that with you.
That'd be great. No, I'd like to keep you guys the whole show if you want. I mean, this to me, you guys are stars, and I really love the interest, and you guys are talking. You know, you're in the field. Come on.
Can we also
Appreciate that.
talk about you mentioned you met with an investor? Can we talk about the business side a little bit, and how many people are interested in backing people like what you're doing?
Oh, sure, yeah, we can definitely get into that.
Okay.
Wave ventilation
All right,
requires
guys, we'll bring you up here shortly. Thanks.
to empty or filters to change, and compared to a dehumidifier, it will save you hundreds of dollars each year in energy costs.
I recently installed a unit and was stunned by
All right, we got 1 minute.
I had a dehumidifier for almost 20 years without ever getting rid of that musty smell. Now the smell is finally gone.
Say goodbye to your dehumidifier and get a wave unit for your home. For free information, go to dryhousenow.com or call 888-964. Satisfaction guaranteed. Just go to dryhousenow.com or call 888-964-WAVE. The safer,
I got to shoot out right after we're done. I got to go to Denver. Got an interview with Hale Irwin. So.
Marisol is community driven and determined to change the state.
Hale was a big supporter of I Want to Be.
Was he?
That serves Tommy
He got
Another CU buff.
You can find them
They're
at
everywhere.
922 Kimball Drive.
He used to beat up that flat
Call
on course.
719-547-4000. Marisol Therapeutics, the safer,
Greener choice.
Marisol Therapeutics is not affiliated in
All right,
any
here
way
we
with
go.
Southern Colorado Grow Association.
Denver might be a mile high, but we're, crap. I swear I had something for this. K-High, the weed talk station.
The Hemp Whisperers, Mike and JR, just cruising right along on a Monday edition of HempSpeak. Great to have you with us. Our guests are Travis and Leo from Hemp Farm Co. HempFarmCo.com. Is that the website? We'll double check with them in just a moment. But first, for you cannabis business owners and investors, a major need that every cannabis business has in common is a need for real estate. From grow to retail, space not only a necessity, but it can be the make it or break it component of your business. Well, there's help out there for you. USTHC.com provides superior real estate solutions for the Colorado cannabis industry. Whether you're already operating a cannabis business, just interested in the industry, or just want to find out more, go ahead and contact the pros at USTHC.com. Warehouses, farms, dispensary locations, all a part of what they do. For a free, no obligation consultation, contact USTHC.com today. And if you're a broker, either in Colorado or out of state, and you'd like to join the Cannabis Business Referral Network, go ahead and contact them at USTHC.com, providing real estate solutions for the cannabis industry. Don't wait. Be a part of this exciting new industry. Do it today.
JR, I know those fine folks at USTHC.com pretty well.
I bet you do.
They've got some great farms right now that are just outstanding deals, and for investors, really. And the bottom line is, when it comes to real estate and marijuana and Colorado. This whole thing, a lot of people want to invest in marijuana, but they're from out of state. And you have to be a resident of the state in order to own a dispense or a grow. And so realistically, the only way that anyone can really get into the industry right off the bat, and the best way is just buy some real estate and lease it to somebody that's a grow operation or a hemp farm or something like that. And so that's enough of that. But to find folks at USTHC, just send Mike at THC.com. We'll probably get you an email response.
That's good insight.
Yes,
right
very
there.
good. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some great people with us from Hemp Farm Co., Travis and Leo. You guys still with us?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, you guys, I know we got to talk hemp and all that, but you guys are down in Alamosa, and just to the south of Alamosa is a little town called Antonito. And Antonito's got the best choo-choo train that runs from Chama, New Mexico to Antonito. And if you guys ever get the chance to ride that train, if it's still running, it's the
running?
Yeah. My God, is that the best thing? It used to actually be part of the Silverton and Durango thing. So, I mean, it crosses the New Mexico border about 10 or 15 times. And you guys maybe bring some CBDs. I can't say bring anything else on the trip, but it certainly is just a marvelous experience if you get the chance while those hemp plants are growing some afternoon or evening, just scoot on down there and you'll love it.
Very nice. Yeah.
All right. They should
I
pay
think
me
they
for
have
that
I think
commercial.
they have a train that goes from that area, and it goes to a concert hall, drops you off, keeps you there all day. A lot of good spirits and all that stuff. You can drink, smoke, and all that, and then have a good concert experience, and then bring you back.
What a crazy world we live in, you know, and that's a great, I mean, it is absolutely just beautiful scenery and just a lot of fun. And you just added the dollop to that dessert. So
Right.
yeah, that's pretty good. All right, you guys. So what do you want to talk about? Where do you want to go?
Well, I just wanted to, and we're all learning this, whole experience is a learning experience, for us, because we've never grown out here. And I just wanted to share a little bit of knowledge to those guys and girls out there that, are still thinking about growing. They still want to put, a little, acreage together for a grow or whatnot. But I just wanted to give them some tips on, especially if you're going to be in the Alamosa area. We have that sandy loam soil out there, so it's real soft sandy soil. So what you want to do is, before you plant anything, you definitely want to get a soil test going on and to find out what type of nutrients that you have in the soil, if your pH levels are high or low, or if you have calcium, high calcium in there or whatnot. So that's really the first thing that you want to do if you're going to be growing on a big scale. And so you can go and get a soil test for, under $100 out there, or you can just gather some soil yourself and take it out to a place in the center. Do you know the name of that place out there?
I believe it's the Farm Service Center is what they call themselves.
The Farm Service Center.
Well, you
So
know
you
what's
take
fun?
your soil samples out there, and they'll have all your soil tests and your numbers and all that stuff within about a week or so. So then you'll know what you need to have to put in your soil so you can get a successful grow.
What kind of fertilizers you'll need or what sort of chemicals you'll need to use.
You guys test your water, obviously, I'd assume, coming out of the well. Is it well or irrigation? How often do you test that water?
Yeah, you test the water. We had our water tested recently, so it comes from the aquifer. So it's pretty good water. Doesn't have a lot of salt in it, and it's just really good for grow, But you definitely want to test your water as well. And once you find out that where you're at in your water, sodium, alkaline, and also in your soil, then you want to make your proper adjustment so that you can have a successful grow. And what we had to do was we had to kind of neutralize our calcium a little bit. We had a little high pH level, so we had to bring that down. And when you're dealing with the pH levels, sometimes it's not going to happen right away. It might take 2 or 3 years to be able to bring that all the way down to where it needs to be. But we found a really great company out there in Alamosa, and I believe the name is what is it? You know, I'll have to give you that name later, but it's basically a mushroom farm out there, and that's what we're using. Ricara, that's the name of it. Ricara mushroom farm.
Well, that is the area you're in is as much fun. Really, you got the sand dunes there, you got the alligator farm there, you got the UFO viewing station, you got the drive-in motel. I mean, who's kidding who?
Yeah, it's a pretty fun little spot down there, you know, and everybody is so nice. They're really, really nice.
All right,
And
so have you seen any UFOs, you guys? Come on, you're on the farm. Have you seen any UFOs?
I haven't. Have you, Leo? I haven't, but our neighbor says he did. He said he saw a UFO come down a couple months ago, and it stayed like either on the ground or hovering above the ground. It stayed there for about 30 days, he said. And about I guess right after 30 days or so, another UFO came and chilled with him and just kind of stayed put for about 2 weeks, and then they both took off.
It's you know, I was on that UFO viewing stand a few times, and I have yet to see it. But I'm you know, I can't say just I have old eyes, so I can't say for sure, right? So, no, that's pretty fun. That's
well,
fun.
I tell you what, when at nighttime now, when you take a look at the stars up there and the clouds and everything are gone, it's really a beautiful sight. I mean, you can see a lot of things happening up there, you know, whether there's satellites moving back and forth, whatever, shooting stars and all that. It's really spectacular.
That's the fun of living on those farms, you know? It's, gosh, you know, you get out there and you see the sky when it's outside of the city lights, and it's amazing what you see. So, but anyway, so that's part of the fun of being a farmer. And you know, JR and I started this little show at HempSpeak, and we're the hemp whisperers and all that good stuff. But you know, it's kind of funny. I'm thinking to myself, we're really just a modern day farm report, just like they used to have on the radio. And it's true. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know. So whatever you guys want to feed the crowd as far as how much rain you got this week or whatever, I don't care. We're just having a lot of fun. So where do you want to go from here? JR's got something, I think.
Well, I was wondering how much you guys probably came in with some ideas, preconceived notions of what you needed to do as farmers to grow. Have you been able to pretty much stick by those, or have you kind of had to do a complete 180 and go a different direction?
Well, as far as just kind of calculating everything and basically just reading everything out of books, you know, it wasn't too far off base. I mean, especially the measurements and the things that you have to go by when you're planting and your yields and that sort of thing. You know, the Canadians, they have a lot of information to the growth. And so they've been growing for 15, 20 years, so they have a lot of information. But if you look in the States, you can hardly find any information. You can't really even find a lot of videos. Well, because I guess, you know,
it was all burned up.
You know, either all burnt up, I guess some, you know, in the war or whatever, when they came back, World War II, they burnt all this information up or something. I don't know what happened, but there's no information that we know of other than Canada. So basically, I mean, we've been going off Canada's, you know, calculations, that sort of thing, and everything's been pretty much matching up to the T. I mean, we haven't strayed off too far on our numbers, and so yeah, I mean, it hasn't been that crazy.
What kind of strains are you guys growing? Obviously, there's all kinds of different hemp strains. What are you favoring any kind, or how many different strains are you growing, or any particular one kind, or what do you got?
We're growing the Future 75 breeder seed, and that's from Holland, and it's a pretty high quality seed. CBD is really present in there, as well as low THC. And so these are one of the seeds that really do well in high climate and high altitude. And so we thought we would go with that. So we're going to just see how it does this year. And, you know, we have a bulb waiting for us actually over in Holland to more than 78 acres, almost maybe 500 acres. But of course, we're still dealing with the DEA and that sort of thing. So kind of just getting it in slowly. But that's what our focus is this year. Is going to be the future of 75 Creeks.
Farming's always been sort of a real close community. Farmers supporting other farmers. What's your reception been like down there from other people who aren't growing hemp?
Well, it's still such a new product and, new business and industry. A lot of people, they don't, like the older generation, older farmers, as soon as you mention the word hemp, I'd say it's about 50-50. Some people know a little bit about it and they're all for it, whereas other people, they don't know too much information about it. They still think it's marijuana, and they're kind of skeptical about it, I'd say.
It's just so unfair to have a plant like this. And you were talking about what did they do with all those old documents and videos. Well, the truth of the matter is, I think that's part of what made Jack Herer the author what he is. The late author, he was not only wrote that Emperor Wears No Clothes, but I think he was the guy that actually found that video at the Library of Congress. And there was only one copy left in the world. I mean, they had literally destroyed every evidence that hemp had helped us win World War II. And somehow that seems to me like an important point, but and that's why I'm so thrilled to see how far hemp has come. And we got a long way to go, though, boys. You guys got to get those plants up and make trees out of that stuff, right?
Absolutely. That's the plan.
I like it.
What's your biggest challenge right now? Is it getting seed supply?
Yeah, pretty much so. I think just getting really quality seed that's going to be useful for the long run as far as the CBD properties and the fiber and the seed. That's just maybe most of farmers' biggest problem right now. I mean, there's a lot of different farmers or growers or just people that are in the business that have seed, but it's not necessarily the right seed or the certified seed that we really need to start producing. But it's a good start. I mean, it's kind of like you start from nothing and got to scratch your way into something. So you see that are popping up now. It's really hard to tell where they're from or the background and that sort of thing. And a lot of this stuff is, just pretty much fiber. Fiber. But I would say that's the main focus now is getting them, some seed in here so we can really do this on a mass scale, on a big production scale.
Yeah, and I imagine that's one of those things that it's kind of like a catch-22. You don't really know what you got until you got them, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can go and get them tested and, see what they're all about. I mean, our grower, Scott McCaslett, he's really fine-tuned in testing aspects and just all that stuff. So he can tell us, what pretty much does what, levels in it or high or low.
Yeah.
It's pretty much right now kind of a crapshoot. Just to because people just want to grow and they want to say, well, I'm growing. I'm a hemp company and we're growing hemp. But eventually, I'm pretty sure that they'll probably have to switch over to a better strain of seed or to a higher strain of seed.
Okay, guys, what's that website once again? And then we're bumping up against the second trimester of our show. And,
okay, it's HempFarmco.co, hempfarmco.co.
Okay, and we'll definitely keep you guys on, and let's. I've got a few more questions. It's just a lot of fun to yak with you, and unfortunately, you didn't hear it when we started this because I think we had some audio difficulties. But JR and I flipped a coin, and I was defending the south goal, and he's defending the north goal for everybody watching on TV. So I think he scored just now, and the score might be 7-0, and I know 6-0. There's a block. Oh, I'm so crazy. This is a hemp show. I'm sorry, JR.
They're out checking the football, seeing if they got enough air in it.
Yeah. We got another deflate gate thing going here. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a minute.
Let's talk pot.com anytime, any place, anywhere. And this is HempSpeak. Be right back.
All Day Vapor Lab. If you like their e-juices,
Claire.
and
Okay.
they'll make it right.
Thank you.
AllDayVaporLabs.com now has free shipping
All
for
right.
their handcrafted premium quality pre-steeped e-juices below the brand cost. AllDayVaporLabs.com even has childproof and tamper evidence.
Sounded good, guys. We can get into the business thing a little bit here and investors when we come back.
Great.
We've got, we'll probably have about what, 10, 12 minutes? Okay.
Look, the worst
But
part
cool,
about
this
this
sounds good.
is worrying about my wife and kids at home.
You guys
alone.
both in
My
Boulder?
family's safety is my
Yeah.
responsibility.
Okay.
That's why I started researching home security.
We're both up here just hanging out today.
Just hang
Gotta
out.
actually heading back to the farm tomorrow.
The best technology for the
You
best
know,
price.
Mike's also a CU grad.
They even won the Consumer's Digest bio.
Go
Yes,
Buffs.
it gives me a complete security system.
Shit, I graduated 77, University of Colorado.
I can see what's going on in my home right from my
I got
smartphone.
kids.
Beautiful place.
Oh, God.
The doors remotely, and my
There's some
kids
good
were
weed
at
back there in
best
those
yet,
days.
I got business knowing what it costs.
Oh, yeah.
$1,300.
Trash cans full of it, $10.
No charge. Vivid.
I don't care what they say about today's weed.
Take control of your
No.
family's safety with Vivint.
That was how
Yeah, I mean,
gold,
With all the
Columbia
chemicals and
gold,
stuff they're
and
throwing
all
these
that.
days, hydroponics.
$99 for activation.
Yeah, it's just
Call now
unbelievable
and
how good that
installation
stuff
is free.
was.
Call 1-800-471-1577. That's 1-800-471-1577. 1-800-471-1577.
All right, we'll bring you up in a second, guys.
This is novelist Tom Robbins. When my mother was diagnosed with glaucoma, her doctor told her only one treatment might save her eyesight: medical marijuana.
Good job.
Yeah.
Did not prescribe it.
Once again,
Because medical marijuana was
Wednesday, I'm
against
going to
the
be
law.
gone.
My mother.
I'll get somebody in the studio with me,
Tragedies like
baby.
this don't have to keep happening. To learn more about medical marijuana, contact the Marijuana Policy Project at 1-877-JOIN-MPP or on the web at mpp.org.
You're listening to K-High Radio. And this is HempSpeak, always telling it like it is.
We did the 440 weather.
Did you know that you can build a house
Never
made
been
up
done.
almost
You can
entirely out of hemp? That's right. Hemp
Well, I mean,
fiber
said
bulbs
that.
replace
Yeah, you
trees
can
to
report
make
that.
particle board and concrete
I don't think we're
construction
limited to one
materials.
weather forecast.
And
No.
compressing plant fibers can create strong
Yeah,
fire-resistant
the window.
materials with excellent thermal
Nice to have a
insulation
window.
quality.
All right, here we go in 30. Stand by.
Plywood. Plastic plumbing pipes, or PVC, can be manufactured using renewable hemp cellulose, and hemp can and has been used in the past to make carpet backing. Want to paint that hemp house? In 1935, 115 million pounds of hemp seed oil were used in America for paint and varnish. Always telling it like it is, this is HempSpeak.
Set it and forget it. Then remember around 2 a.m. Then think about unsetting it. Then decide to go back to sleep instead. K-High, the Weed Talk Station.
It's HempSpeak with Mike and JR. You can check us out at redstockpot.com anytime, anywhere, any place, or find us on the YouTube feed. Go to youtube.com, subscribe to K-High, K-Space High. You'll be able to check out all of our videos, including the live feed that's on the air right now. And you can even do that by going to our website at hempspeak.com. And thank you for helping us make broadcast history with our little old radio show here, the first hemp radio show on K-High in Colorado Springs and streaming worldwide at letstalkpot.com. Don't forget, our audience is extremely interested in your message. There aren't too many ways to get your message out to your potential audience, potential customers. If you're interested in getting a message to our listeners, let us help you. We have numerous sponsorship packages available, so join us. Be a part of broadcast history. Put your ad right here, right in front of us.
Right
and
here.
Contact us at info@hempspeak.com. That's info@hempspeak.com.
Really, why not place your hemp ad with the Hemp Whisperers?
Sure.
It only makes sense to me.
You wouldn't advertise if you had a fishing store. You'd want to advertise on a fishing show, right? Or if you were a golf company, you'd want to advertise on a golf show.
This is why you're here. You're just very good at what you do at sorting out this stuff. I mean, instantly, too. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, we got some other guys who are good at sorting out stuff instantly, and that'd be Travis and Leo from Hemp Farm Co. Boys, you've been real nice to hang out with the Hemp Whisperers so long. It's kind of cool.
It's just cool. You know, I really appreciate you guys, you know, and the whole movement, HempSpeak, and I mean, just getting the word out there is awesome. And I just commend you guys for what you guys are doing. We really appreciate it. I know the community appreciates it. I know people that are interested in hemp and pot and everything else, you know, really appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you for that. Before we went to the break, we talked about seed supply, and that was one of the big challenges. Do you see that getting better here and getting better sooner than later?
Well, I think it's definitely going to get better. It depends on this year's grow and what people harvest at the end. So harvest is going to be around August, September for most people. And if they were a real strategist, I don't think I would sell my seeds, or I wouldn't give them away. I would just keep those for restock for next year, because that's the whole name of the game right now. So if the DEA does finally open up and allow us to get from the border, from Canada, from wherever, that would be great. That would be awesome. And I just think that same thing with whole MJ. They're just waiting around trying to figure out what kind of profit they're going to make off of. What's the tax going to be? What, you know, how they're going to be able to regulate certain things. That's what they're doing now. But I mean, because they could have released stuff a long time ago, it doesn't make sense for to let us be able to grow it, but not supply us with what we need to grow.
Well, what we find typically is the people that make these rules are the ones that know zero about any industry. And it's kind of sad. It's really sad. And I certainly hope they don't do the hemp industry with the way they're regulating marijuana right now. It's just they just got such a tight grip on it. And of course, you know, you can do it legally, but you can still be a criminal just as easy the way they have it regulated. And Colorado is one of the best. Obviously, we're so far ahead of the rest of the country. It's silly. And Washington just recently did a bunch of changes to even like their medical marijuana program, making it more constrictive, very harder. And it's funny how Colorado is the only place, to my knowledge, where this was petitioned on to the Constitution. Everywhere else, it's been some sort of a little initiative, a ballot initiative, something like that. But it's always come from the state legislatures or something. It was where it's already messed up from the get-go. For example, Ohio, 5 shots for all of Ohio, right? Yeah. Or New York or something. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's correct.
You know, so it's real exciting. Jared and I discuss this all the time. We're in the petri dish of Colorado, and all these new companies popping up, and all of this is just incubating just right under our noses, and it's just really fun to be a part of. And you guys are part of that. So I want to ask you a question that we're talking about the investor part of it. Now, you guys, did you have any trouble finding investors to help you along the way, or how's that working out?
Well, initially, from the start, I mean, I had to kind of use my own capital, you know, of course, to get started. And, you know, it hasn't been that bad. But initially, you know, when you want to go to that next level and start expanding and that sort of thing, then you need, you know, some good capital behind you. And I found that a lot of people are very interested. Some are more interested than, you know, most, but it seems like they want to get their feet wet, but they're kind of just hesitant right now. It's kind of like the show me state. You know, I think Kansas has some kind of statement where it says show me. And that's how the investors are out here right now. They want to see what you're doing, what your growth is going to be like for this year. And then if you're successful, you're growing and you're producing things, and they're going to be on board for next year. I think that's what it's going to be like. It's not like MJ where you just automatically grow these plants, you know, right away, and you know, you cut them and sell them for profit. Hemp is a little bit slower process.
Well, it doesn't sell for as much per pound either, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, you have, you know, it just kind of varies on what particular seed that you're growing as far as how many tons you're going to produce per acre, or you know, what you're going to get on your yield. And so, yeah, there's a lot of factors that are kind of implementing what you're going to make per one crop or per 1 acre versus 100 acres versus 500 acres. All just varies.
So a lot of the money folks are just kind of adopting a wait and see attitude.
Well, yeah, because it's like the whole MJ thing is really popular right now, and they see high interest rates. They see, if they want to be kind of risky, and get in there and put some fast cash up and get that fast return back, that ROI that they're looking for, and they can do that with MJ. Hemp is a little different. It takes some time to be able to grow, first of all. It takes some more time to be able to keep your buyers in line, your distributors, that sort of thing, and then be able to move this stuff where you're actually, making a profit. So it's a little longer process as far as the return rate, but I look at this as being a longevity. I mean, this is going to go on for, if they allow us to, this will be here for when we're all gone, when our grandkids are gone. This is going to be here for a lifetime, and that's the beauty about it.
Yeah, in it for the long run. So that's another reason why then this growing season and this first year here, or not maybe the first year, but this one of the initial years here is so important, right?
Yeah, it's pretty important. I mean, I just spoke with Ryan the other day, Ryan Laughlin, and he's a really good guy. He was the frontier guy, man, the pioneer that just went out there and said, "To hell with it, I'm gonna grow this stuff," And he went out there and I think he grew 60 acres or whatnot. But it's just all about getting out there, getting the right seed, being able to grow it for a purpose, not just growing it just to grow it, growing it for a purpose.
Now, how about you guys?
That's what we're trying.
Is your production already allocated to a buyer?
Well, we have several buyers that we lined up last year, but we didn't know that we were going to get this particular season. And so that's kind of on a standstill right now because, once again, the game is all about getting enough to be able to do a big production. And so, but right now we do have buyers. I mean, we can't grow enough, especially
Well, we're trying to make it an industry, and it's a long ways, but I'd love to see millions of acres planted one of these days. I'm like you.
We would too.
Yeah, I mean, we have,
Have to.
Just think of the cost of food and everything, the cost of gas, biofuels, all that stuff has dropped dramatically. We got so many farmers on board to start growing with hemp. I mean, everything was plummet.
That's all true. It's just, I think when you get more of those farmers around Alamosa, they're just, how can they knock it when you do something right? It's going to happen, and you're going to have a successful season. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I think the guys that are growing out there and companies that are growing out there, I think it's up to us to, go knock on some doors and talk to some farmers and sit down, and kind of educate them a little bit on this whole hemp grow, because a lot of these farmers, they're farming potatoes, alfalfa, and they're, making $300 an acre. And, why wouldn't you want to make more, But the thing is, you're dealing with the older generation that,
stuck in their ways.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
They're just stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
So we got to get them to, kind of see the light a little bit.
Well, it was good practice for you guys then to be on the show today and go through your spiel a little bit, right?
Oh yeah. Every day is practice and learning.
There you go.
That's what it's all about.
Well, we wish you guys the best. Now, when you're coming through the Springs, you got to holler at us so we can
Sure
get you
thing.
on the show.
Sure thing, we'll do.
And always bring samples.
Samples we can make.
Yeah, we'll bring some samples. Yeah, we can bring CBD stuff. We can bring some HempSpeak. HempSpeak are good for everything.
Oh, they sure are. We're hemp
so,
nuts. We're hemp nuts here,
Okay, awesome.
We are
Yeah, we'll
what
bring
we
some
eat.
goodies for you.
All right. Hemp Farm Co. hempfarmco.co is the website. hempfarmco@gmail.com is the email address. And the phone
60.
number, Travis?
Phone number you can reach me is 720-469-5797.
If you're a Russian bride out there, dial that number right now. No, I'm kidding. Okay, that's pretty silly stuff
That
right
is
there.
correct.
All right, you guys. A lot of fun having you. We'll touch base again.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Mike.
guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
See you guys.
That's Travis and Leo from Hemp Farm Co. Their farms down in Alamosa. Their headquarters are up in Boulder.
And they need Russian wives. All you Russian wives, call in right now at that phone number. I can't give it out again because the lines are swamped. I was kidding. Hey, JR, we saw Blink of Sunshine. Maybe we'll have some sunshine tomorrow.
That'd be nice. Yes.
Great show. Always fun. Thank you,
tomorrow.
guys. See you tomorrow. HempSpeak.com.
This is K-High 1580, the world's first station dedicated to marijuana.
All right, we're clear.